was the experience that solidified it to me, that all I had to do was 3 minutes several times a day.
Okay, when you're doing that, it's a nice place to be centered, and I understand what you're saying because yeah, you know, when a person meditates regularly, is one of the places where it's almost like it's a refuge from the rest of the world sometimes.
Mm,
So, and that
yeah.
is the place where you got your sense of this is what I'm supposed to be doing, which is basically now you're coaching people to do this so that they get a sense of themselves. And these people come to you with all sorts of, I guess, not problems but challenges that they want to have, better health. They want to have more money in the bank. They want to get that
Yeah.
special relationship. And you're saying it's all underpinned by this one activity that takes 3 minutes, 3 times a day. Is that right? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yes, that is right.
All right, you heard it here, folks. That's all you need to do. 3 minutes, 3 times a day. It can't be that hard. And to then say I don't have time. My challenge to the people who are listening would be: are you sure you know what you really want in life? If this is what you want, then 3 minutes, 3 times a day isn't going to break the bank, is it?
That's true. That's true. And it can really switch. I mean, there's a couple reasons why 3 by 3 meditation is so effective. There's a gentleman I interviewed in my book, Dr. Bruce Lipton, and in his field, he's very well regarded and well respected. He's a cell biologist. And I started my interview with him and I just said, listen, all I do is meditate for 3 minutes, 3 times a day. And I've been able to drop weight. I don't have these addiction cravings anymore. I lowered my cholesterol. People treat me differently than they did. How does this happen in 3 minutes, 3 times a day? And I said, do you think I'm nuts? I said that right up front because half of me thought he might think I was nuts. And he laughed when I asked him that question. And he goes, I think you're doing one of the most effective things you could possibly do, because the way he explained it to me was that we have a subconscious programming. And that's what I was talking about, like these decisions that we make when we're children, or opinions that we have about how food's going to affect our body, or how a certain person's going to react to us. We already have like a projection of what might happen, and we don't even realize it. It's totally subconscious. So we have like this subconscious tape going all the time, and we can hear it in our mind chatter and see it in predictable events and that sort of thing. Well, what he told me I was doing was constantly and consistently like cutting that subconscious tape. So more so than just a longer meditation, because when I work with clients who already have a meditation practice in place, I don't ask them to change it. 3 by 3 works for me, but I don't think it's like the universal, there's different things for different people for sure. But I've seen that, I've seen two things. One, for people that have a hard time meditating, 3 by 3 is very doable and realistic for them, and they can get results. And the second thing is that even if people have meditation practice where they have like 10 minutes or an hour or even more than that in the morning, or in the, a certain time of day that they dedicate to meditating, they can add 2 more 3 minutes throughout the day and get better results. To me, meditation isn't something to check off the to-do list. Like if I get up in the morning and it's like, okay, go to the gym, shower, eat breakfast, meditate, check off the list. To me, meditation isn't something to check off the list. It's a state of being. It's a state of mind. And as I meditate a couple of times throughout the day, it returns me to that state of mind. And I actually start to keep that state of mind for a longer period. So in the middle of my I was working at a real estate company at the time, and it was so super busy. Like half the time I would skip lunch just because I forgot about it. The phones were busy, and, I would never take a break because it was so busy. When I first started this meditation practice, I would make time to go out and hide in my car or hide in the restroom or whatever. I would find somewhere to go and hide and do this. And I discovered that when I did that, I would come back feeling refreshed and centered and a lot more productive and at ease than if I hadn't made time to take those 3 minutes. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I look at it as skipping a meal. Because if you're thinking, I'm so busy, I have so much to do, and I skip breakfast and I skip lunch, by the end of the day, you have no energy to do anything. It makes sense to